Next is Qi, architect from China, professor of EIA since 2009. He has been in teaching and research, also practiced for more than 30 years. Numerous awards have been received, including Golden Award of A Design Compilation of Milan 2016 for this project he will show to us.
Okay, light. Okay. Thank you very much. This is my second time be here, and I would like to share with you, colleagues and friends, as only one project or so. Okay, this is I've done during the past almost 10 years in Beijing. Everybody knows that in China, during the past 30 years, that's a huge development, especially in Beijing. Until 2008 Beijing Olympic Games. So, okay, this is our chance to do. Okay, this is a building. This China top newspaper, People's Daily, which is just opposite to this is a this is a CCTV tower, finished about 2008. And the situation is that this is 180 meters tall, and total square foot is about this one. Okay, this is height, and this 33 stories high. And okay, I'd like to show some ideas behind that. I'm sorry. Okay, this is Beijing city. And this is the heart of the city, very old. This is a city gate, the wall here, and our site is almost 15 kilometers east of the Forbidden City. Actually, since that building finished, this year's, just past last year's, tallest building in Beijing, 550 meters tall. So this when the city planner make a planning, say we should not see any buildings. Okay, we should not see any high skyscraper inside the city, the Forbidden City. So the height just as far as to the Forbidden City, and the tallest higher and higher. So the general control is okay. And also one thing that, because the texture in the ancient Beijing is very small texture. Streets of Hutong, the Hutong is very small street. But now here, this new area goes new CDB. So building become very huge. That's the size, the dimension, totally crush the old one. So you can see the old one and the new one. So people just not avoid to talk about that, because this is just like the president said, this is a Western style new city. But just past a year, last year, the government think Beijing should not develop like that. So we have another capital about 100 kilometers away from Beijing, now just begin to construction. So we just got lessons, okay, this is our inner city, the surroundings, all the high rise. This may not be very good, but it happened like that. So this is city, this is a new road just in the center. So about 600 meters away here. You see the texture. This texture, actually, about 70 years ago, nothing be here. Since Republic of the China, People's Republic of China established. So this one as a campus. The Soviet Union architects help us to build a campus. This is a mechanical engineering campus like this. And about 20 years ago, the university shut down. So just move somewhere else. So this whole area become the site for the headquarters for the People's Daily. So actually, there's a very, very huge one. About 10,000 people working here, full-time, 10,000 personals only for one newspaper headquarters. So you can imagine how big they are. Okay, this is the site. So actually, you see the patterns before, existing patterns just like parallel lines. Why like that? This. Yesterday I talked to Thomas here. He said Chinese people always like facing south. People do not want to live in something like a facing east or a west. But it's not true, right? It's not true. But the facing south get the most sunshine. So the pattern is like that. But when the sun come out, totally crash down the existing patterns. All small scale, like 2 or 3 stories buildings, just like we say 100 years ago, 80 years ago, something happened in Moscow because the Soviet Union architects bring their ideas come here to do the small scale buildings here. So you see again, so you see this is a CCTV, very huge. I mean the size. See the existing surroundings before Rem Koolhaas came here to won the competition. See all the small scale buildings. So this one is really huge. Now they bring a lot of controversy now today we discuss in China. Okay, I will not talk about that. See. Okay, this is my ideas. So this is a site, and I try to do something round shape because in China, round means we have a very good relationship with any part. It's not a very tough and the square size. So I have lots of skins. I'm sorry. Before doing that, we won the competition actually, and some ideas. So come out with some round shapes and just like Taiji, just yin yang, something like that. See. And okay, there's something happened like people were wondering this is a tower. Why the tower become angle here? Actually, before I do the design, see my sketch just have a very good relationship to the street. Why it happened like this? Because some story happened. There are two small buildings here. The people do not want to go. Then they ask us so much money, say, if you pay me and I can go. So when we begin to the construction, already begin to this building, I say to the owner, the top leader, the number one person, I say, we can shift, we can turn around a little bit and avoid these small buildings. He said, how can you do that? This is a huge building. How can you do the relation, how to adjust the relation to the street? I say, no problem, because it's a round shape. Doesn't matter, we can turn in any angles like that. So then last year, okay, about 15 months ago, finally the building has been teared down. The people are satisfied, got money, that go away. So then we do the second phase to do the underground parking here. Okay, this is when we won the competition in the models. Actually, after competition, we have a lot of changes there. I shall show you very quickly. Okay, this is when we do the competition, we research the surroundings, try to find some relationship in the surroundings. Okay, different angles. Okay, this is what the shape come out, the form. Okay, the basically is a square, is a circle, and it become a sphere. And I just use the computer program. Actually, computer program is very easy and simple. This is SketchUp and AutoCAD. Only two tools we use, no more else. Then just stretch out, and we take some sphere surface, 3D surface to cut it. But any kind of sphere surface, it can be controlled by the center and diameters. So it's a very, how the rational, it's not just randoming down the form. So finally, we got this form. Okay, and we have done a lot of models like this. For physical models, only like a few of them, 5 or 6. But for computer model, we got thousands of computer models. Why have to do that? Because we try to do everything like it to be perfect, the form itself. And also considering the structure, and because Beijing is a severe earthquake area. So you have to be very careful, and the wind loads and the vertical loads and the horizontal earthquake loads. And the main things that concentrate on the shape and the forms. So do 1,000 models like this. So good chance for us, because when we won the competition, and after begin to construction, we have 2 years actually. So the first year almost to the conceptual design to adjust that. For the construction documents, only want to do like 9 months. So we got time to do something a little bit slower. Everybody know in China, everything happens so quickly. So for this building, from competition to finish, almost 8 years. So timing is okay. Okay, this is some structure analysis. I just go very quickly. This is a core in the center, and there's a triangle shape. It's good for the vertical and the horizontal loads. Okay. Inside the prefabricated steel structure. This is not top. It's a top. This one is a huge. From this to here, it's about 50 meters. It's a huge, so it's like a stadium. It's like indoor stadium. So when the construction begin to the top, it's really tough. So to do everything in detail. So its shape is complicated, but what I say that every single points can be decided, not randomly decided, can be decided by diameters and the center. So actually it's quite the rational shape and form. Okay. This is a central corridor. That's the elevator and the infrastructures, or here vertical transportation. And pay attention to here. Notice here. This is 3 legs always going down, all the way down. But here there's lots of vertical holes here. We put ventilation. We put the fresh air come here, and but when the building finished, there are some very serious problems. Especially during the winter time. The winter time, in the winter times, Beijing is very cold. So the wind all the way up to all the way down and all the way to the hot temperature going up. So here the wind speed is very, very fast. So people asking me why there wind here, because there's no hole at all. That we just sealed everything. So when we calculated, because the whole tower has been heated by air condition. So people find on the top of the building very hot, but the lower part become cooling. So then we have to do something. After the building finished, second year, the first year first window we got a lot of problem. Second year, and we just every four floors we just seal it. Now become okay. So that's we didn't expect it to happen. Okay, this is typical. Okay, people asking me why do the round shape. Actually, it's very efficient. The ratio of the floor, the usage area to the total area, up to 72. Okay, the CCTV tower only have 45. I mean the ratio tower. I mean it's a round shape, but actually it's got very good functional. Otherwise, we cannot be chosen. Okay. Okay, this on the top. This is fast order. When the computer rendering 3D model finished, we just convert it into 2D. So you see that every shape and the curve, 3D curve, actually is easy to do. Like the panels, window panels, is a 2D. There are no single components is 3D. All the components could be 2D merged or integrate as the 3D. Okay, this is a section. Okay, I would like to talk about the curtain wall. Instead of the normal curtain, we use the kind of special material. It's a Chinese traditional one. It's a glazed terracotta, our Islam, because it's a 3D. So we use like a short baguettes, and we can little bit change it, follow the shape. Okay. To see the glass, the windows are on the small changed area, the part of the building, and the radical change is on the three legs. Okay, some detailing joints. Okay, one thing that because in China, it's lots of people, architects practice in China. We don't have any like a special firm to consulting for us. So almost everything done is by our design institute. Okay. Okay, I will show you some. Okay, so this is a 3D facade for the window, but it's 1.5 meters wide and almost 2.4 meters tall. This is 2D, so just a gradual change and finally seem to form a curved facade. Okay. This shell changed radically. So we use the baguettes to imitate this one. But in the center is a window. I do a lot of sketch to make some details down. Okay, so the facade coming from here actually. At the very beginning, when we won the competition, our preliminary design is to use the metal sheets to cover the 3D facade. But there's one serious thing, because the air pollution is very severe in Beijing. But we wish will be coming better, but that time is not good. So if we do like a 3D curved shape, so the dust, the very pollution will make the building look very, very bad. So in China, traditionally, this roof, the tower, is glazed terracotta. Never need the people to clean, never do that. And when the rain coming out and it become clear. And also, it's last a long time, like for 600 years. You never to worry about it will decay or color change, no. When we, like according to modern technology, we have to do a lot of research with the local factory, and to say it's 100 degrees temperature to make the modern terracotta and glazed. So it's last almost forever. The building's life may be 100 or 200 years, but the terracotta can last for 1,000 years. So that's the happening, we think. So then we make a lot of studies. How the size of the terracotta, how to organize that, how to fix to the building, and how to prevent it to crush down during because the winter time the temperature may be going down -20 degrees, but the summertime, sometime in the sky could be like on the top surface of building can be reached to 60 degrees. So the temperature difference is 80 degrees. we have to make sure it's okay. So we do a lot of tests in the factory, do the test to the university lab to make sure it's safe. So but now the terracotta has been on the facade for almost 4 years. So nothing happened so far. So good. So this do some models to do. Also, it's good for the summer, the cooling down the building, because there is a space between about 1 meters. So it's a shading, provide shading. And wintertime, maybe it can storage some warm air here. So just go very quickly. And we have some lighting. It's only for decoration. Lighting put here. This is outside. Lighting just casting on the metal sheets. That's the golden metal, because Chinese people prefer gold. The gold is a very good, it's a rich symbol or something like that. So when the lighting cast on here and reflect through the space of the terracotta, then become like a sheet, okay. And we try to compare the color. So finally I found one color when I visited the Mercedes-Benz showroom. I found the color. The seller told me this color can be anywhere, like in the desert, in the sunshine, in the North America, in China, everywhere is good. So I said, that's what I want, because the color can be like so this is silver color. So finally, I just select this one. So the combination like this, it's like a Chinese traditional a craftsman, like the farmers, they use this kind of things to holding goods, this weaving shape. Okay, now I'll show you some during the construction very quickly, all the steel structure. So this is 3 stories in the underground. So you can see lots of pipes, all the way down to 70 meters deep to the rock. Actually, the construction speeds, construction efficiency is very good in China. Now, the building can be like 1 week as a story, very fast. Even it's not standard components. Okay, all the steel structure was prefabricated away from Beijing. It's my hometown. It's about 120 kilometers away. And all the components and shipped through the highway and transported onto to the site. That's a huge component. See. This is the lag. So between these frames, there's a vertical holes all the way to the top. So I just mentioned some problem here. Happen is through here. This is the floor. Those are traditional, conventional tag to the everywhere found in the world for high-rise building. Okay, this image has been brought some argument in the media, because when they come out as a structure, people say it look like some human bodies, but I will not mention here. Anyway, when they finished, they say it's okay. See? Okay, this is top one. Let's just say about 40 meters wide. There's space. Okay. Okay. That's the window sheets components. So the columns is a slope placed, but the window almost is vertical. Okay, you can see the 3D facade with the 2D window panels. Okay, I will show the terracotta. Okay, this is in the leg between in the center. So this one we do the insulation material. Okay, this is for the terracotta. I put the golden aluminum panels here. That's insulation panels. But this one, every floor we use the as a structure things to fix the bargates. See, this is the bottom of the ground. So we use the cable, the very high strength cable to fix the bargates to see here. This is a stainless steel one, about 2.5 centimeters in diameter. Here, so we together with factory to design every details because it's exposed to outside. It will not be covered or hidden after building finish. Okay, this is main kind of labors because each bargates changed a lot. Totally 220,000 bargates, and there are almost 5,000, roughly 5,000 different standards and lengths and also angle because the bargates when they join together is curved in the plane. So you have to cut the angle of the opening. So it's really tough. When German company come to the competition to try to get the job done, because MBK in Germany, was the best terracotta factory. But when they're facing such huge numbers, okay, we can do that. But when we say 5,000 standards, we cannot do that. We do not have such mankind to do that. So finally, the Chinese local factory win the project. And they hired 200 people that do not have any skills, just to do, especially to measure that. So it happens 8 years ago, but never happened in China again, because nowadays labor cost is so huge. So we are lucky at that time can finish that. You cannot imagine it can happen in the future. So this we designed the detail. This is a fixture, and the terracotta will be fixed horizontally. And this is a cable structure. We try to minimize the structural components behind the terracotta. Okay, those are the components because these aluminum things in the middle to fix that. And also the bar, the aluminum bar just all the way down here. So make sure if it's broken in the sky, it's a broken stuff, but it will never become a dust or become a components will harm the people down. So the people just in the factory, people just measure every details and install that. Imagine 220,000 pieces of that, and so when the things shipped to the ground, it's very tough to find which one is which part. We work together with the factory with vendors to do that. It's very tough. Okay, like this one, and we can install in the sky. Okay. Okay, half finished here. Here's already covered with almost gray and white. So when the golden inside during the sunshine, like morning time, the horizontal sunshine casts here. You can see the color of the golden, and it gradually become white. So all the way to during the daytime, and summer, and the winter time, they change the color. They change color change. So this is finished. We can see from the corridor. Also, one day, if it needed to be clean, people can come up here manually to clean this one. But I hope it will not happen. So since they finished 4 years, this one never be clean. Okay, this is the finished facade. Okay, when some part is not finished, it's like a hole. See here. That's the main elevation. Okay, it's on the top during the construction. A lot of supporting structures here. Go quickly. Those are joints. Almost done, see. And also I put a golden painting here. It's a really gold sands painting here. And during the nighttime, we put 24 casting, higher power casting light, casting up. So it's like a sun. It's like a sun during the nighttime. See, because okay. See, this is top of the roofing. This one is only golden exposed to outside, but because it's facing down, so people cannot see during the daytime. Only in the nighttime when the lighting casting up and it becomes very, very bright here. Okay, here. Okay, this is almost, okay, finished. So I just mentioned every curve, every point can be rationally defined. So every corner, every detail looks good. So this is another building, auditorium, just attached to here. Here also you see Chinese traditional glazed painting. It's a high temperature doing so. It's a traditional one. As a window shades. See here. Okay. Okay, during the nighttime, I just mentioned the lighting, because the LED actually the power is because the consumer is not big one. So when the lighting coming through, we can change 1,000, 10,000 colors. During the party, July 1st, the Chinese Communist Party celebration, we use the red color. The summertime, because very hot, we use the blue color, something like that. See, I can change. Okay, but some finish go very fast. We do everything like interior design, furniture design, landscape. So this is one thing we just control very well. So this is a main entrance. So this is inside entrance hall, including the lighting and all the things we dedicated to doing so. Like those one, I say to the owner, say you should not do any renovation again during the next 30 years, because all the material lasts a long time. Okay. Also, this is a little bit Chinese style, because this is the biggest hall and holding 1,000 people. So this is, I think, only image for Chinese, little bit Chinese, refer to recall Chinese tradition, the ceiling, because people say this is a quite modern building. How can we sing some tradition? I say terracotta is a traditional one. And this auditorium, yes, also. Yeah. We do the acoustic too. Okay, and something inside the main building will become very easy, and just expose the ceilings, everything, and for the functional, to raise the. You may ask me how much cost for this building. Actually, it's not very expensive, but back to 5 or 6 years ago. It's, let me tell you the exact numbers. Per square meter, it's about $1,000 per square meter, including everything, furniture, interior, and everything included. If you compare with the CCTV, we only have 1/5 the cost per square meters. So its shape looks like 3D. Actually, we did get design, and during construction served very well, so we reduced the cost down. So within the budget, we finished that. Okay, this is the empty space just for, okay, something. So the morning time, this is not our photos, because some local people who like a photograph, they make a lot of things. And when I see this picture online on the website, I say, okay, I can buy it for me. So a lot of people show strong interest to see that. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye.